Hello, this is Mike from Visit Lawrenceburg, and today we're going to talk about the best pizzas in Lawrence County. That's all of them. I did do a video over on the Amish of Etheridge where I talked about the more visitor-focused, like better, pizza places, because typically if you're coming to see the Amish, now you're going to probably be here on a weekend or something like that where it's all available. And you're probably going to want the better stuff. But in this video, we're going to the gas stations. We're going everywhere, all right? So what I want to do is kind of set up some preliminaries before we get going, in case you haven't seen that video and you just want to watch this one, all right? So we're not making fun of any pizzas, anything like that. This is not vindictive in any way. This is something that we picked up along kind of doing our tourism stuff, right? Who has the best this, who has the best that, and you know what I mean? Pizza is one of those things where it kind of divides a little bit when people want to talk about pizza. So we're going to go and talk about it. Now, I did have to get myself some notes. I will refer to it. That's okay. I'm going to do it because I don't want to misrepresent a place or confuse anything. So I believe this one is right. Now, how did we score each place from least to greatest? Because that's where we're going, all right? So do not fast forward, though. Just bear with me. Watch all of this video, please, all right? So we scored this place based on, we scored the places, I should say, in this video based on the pizzas that we received at the time. Now, keep in mind now, anybody can have a bad day, all right? And depending on when you go and who's there and all that sort of thing might vary. But anyway, we're judging them on the pizzas that were brought to us at the time. So that's one of the reasons. Also, I make my own pizzas. See behind, well, let me change it. All right, now you see it. As you could tell behind me, I have an Uni Karu. It has the wood burning ability, has wood and briquettes that are charcoal, or you can attach a propane attachment so that it can, get a little done a little quicker. Sometimes I burn it, But anyway, Uni Karu. Now I make the base. We have a mixing type thing that goes on. I think it's called Zorarushi. Bread, maker and all that sort of thing. It mixes stuff up, and I try different sauces, and I try different toppings, and I sometimes make it so hot I can't hardly eat it, and then sometimes it tastes like candy. So I've been making my own pizzas for quite a while, trying to figure out how to make a good pizza. I've also been to Arizona, where some of the best pizzas in America are. So I think that gives me kind of a dog in the race, if you will, because I don't own any of these companies we're about to share, but I have done quite a bit of extensive pizza making and pizza eating back in our day. So anyway, that's how I'm going to sort of set this up. We also looked at other polls. You know what I mean? We go on Facebook and we do our little Facebook research. We find somebody that has a little thread going of who has the best pizza in whatever place. And we looked through some of those, and we were kind of adding up people that kind of were a bigger hit more often. And if that sort of went with our own opinions, you know what I mean? Because everybody wants to watch this because where's the tourism guy eat, right? All right, I'll tell you that one too. So anyway, we kind of decided on who was going to be the best and all that sort of thing. And we're going to start off with the least. We're going to start off with the least, the bottom. Oh my goodness, this pizza was kind of a dog, and that was Sam's in Florence. I know, not in Lawrence County, but it was not even cut right. I mean, it was a really cheap, inexpensive pizza. So everybody in this list is going to be above that one. Anyway, so let's talk about another issue, because this is a very famous place just right down from where I live. And it kind of gets controversial, so I want to talk about it right up front. Is flatbread a pizza? I don't believe so. It kind of is. So we want to talk about right off the bat. All the rest of these are going to be a pizza, a round, 16-inch, usually large pizza. We think the best flatbread pizza, if you want the typical flatbread, that is going to be 1819 the restaurant, all right? And they've got a really good flatbread pizza. Comes with all this fancy stuff. It's really, really good. I definitely recommend it. So from here on out, we're going to talk about pizzas, and they're going to go from the least to the greatest. Anyway, so let's start off with gas station pizza. I know, shocker, right? Now, we believe in who is the, I guess, weakest to greatest here in the gas station pizza arena, is it really comes down to a few of them, typically two companies, and that's Little Italy and Hunt's Brothers. All right, now, Little Italy, typically, in our opinion, is not as good as Hunt's Brothers, all right? Hunt's Brothers typically seems to be the better pizza. So it goes basically Little Italy, Hunt's Brothers, and our winner for the best gas station pizza is actually 5 Points Market. Why do we say this? Is because they actually have a base, basically. They buy the crust, basically what we call a hybrid pizza. And you buy the crust, and then you build the rest on top of it. So you'll have their own mixture of whatever cut vegetables and such that they build on top of this already bought, usually frozen, crust. And you'll call them and you'll order ahead. It takes about 20, 25 minutes or something like that to cook one, generally in an oven, all right? So if you're in a gas station and you're in a pinch, you want to buy a pizza, you can do both things at once and just get you a pizza at a gas station, like 5 Points Market, we believe is a really good one. And they also have, typically here at 5 Points Market, they have a chicken tikka masala, which is actually really good. Anyway, let's move on from the franchise pizzas. Now, these are the people that we see on television, and you can look up to see where they have a nearest store near you and all that sort of thing. It's those that we've all heard of, right? Anyway, this goes in this order. Domino's Pizza, Little Caesars, and the winner, what we believe is the best franchise pizza here, is Pizza Hut. Okay? I know a lot of you are probably going to send me a bunch of crap, aren't you? It's all right. Oh, it's all right. That's what we're here for. So what we happened to see behind us, as you can tell, the Domino's issue. Okay. I happened to get there and order and go to pick it up, and they had run out of boxes. There was a big order in front of me. They had a whole room full of people that were working like mad, but they put half a pizza, or I guess I should say about 3/4 of a pizza in one box, and then the rest of it in the other box. And it was kind of thrown together, you know what I mean? Now, typically, this might be, it might be just, I went on a bad day, okay? I'm going to say that, all right? So, what we had, as you can see behind me in the green screen, so what we had was a lot of people also waiting around us, so they were just trying to get their orders out. They looked miserable. You know what I mean? A lot of people were getting pizzas. There were some people that were delivering, getting in the side door. And it was just a really busy night. So anyway, I just felt like they were not as good as the Little Caesars. Now, Little Caesars, we never have any trouble with. It's just not one that I run out and get, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like, it's the best okay pizza, the okayest pizza. But typically when I get a Pizza Hut pizza from here in Lawrenceburg, it's usually always good. I don't know what they do over there, but they seem to have the best pizza as far as a franchise store. Now, I'm going to move through there a little bit quick because the last time, if you watched the Amish of Etheridge video, it's 53 minutes. So I go into a lot more detail about the pizzas over there on the Amish of Etheridge pizza channel. Of course, that's also me. So anyway, I went on and on about it. Best, what we feel is a bar and grill pizza. Since we can only find 2 of them, stay, a bar and grill all the time. Some of these clubs and stuff are not really a bar and grill that you could just walk into. Some of them have like stipulations and memberships and all that sort of thing. We're just going to go with the bar and grill that you can walk into, anybody. You know what I mean? So what we're going to say about the best bar and grill, it kind of divides. BJ's Bar has a really good pizza that is basically a personal pan. It's a small, like 10-inch pizza. You know what I mean? So it's kind of unfair to judge it with everything else because it's just a little tiny pizza. So we called it the best barroom personal pan when it goes to that. Now, the winner of this really, it's almost no contest because the Cowpen Bar and Grill has not only the best bar and grill pizza, it also has the best value pizza. What we did is we took let me back up just a little bit. All right, now when I go to the Cowpen, they have a one called the Cowpie. It's their best, biggest pizza. Just get it. Just trust me, all right? Get it. Just say I ate a cow pie. It's just so funny. Anyway, what you want to say is you want to get a cow pie pizza and then add other stuff to it. We didn't even know that we can get it with jalapenos and banana peppers in addition to all the other stuff that's on it. I mean, so we should have done that. Next time I will. Anyway, it's a really good place there, the Cowpen. They have a back section where if you don't want to be in a bar and grill, you know what I mean, and all that sort of thing. They have behind the building, as you drive around it, there is like a to-go area. They got a little window, you know what I mean? And there's two ladies back there just cooking up like mad. Anyway, they're really good cooks too. And they can hand you your pizza through. You don't have to go in. Of course, they have like the loudest pipes, and you know what I mean. It's a really good bar. And they have the shuffleboard, stuff like that. And they have pool tables, and you know what I mean. It's just a really good hangout for those that live kind of on the line. And anyway, good place. But this cow pie comes in, and it's so heavy. Like when we felt it, we knew we were looking at something here. This thing was heavier than most every other pizza. And we come home, and as you can tell behind me, we put those on my uni scale, because it came with this scale and stuff, and we put it on there. Each slice was over 8 ounces a piece. I mean, this thing was dense, and it's tall. It's one of those pizzas you almost have to eat with a fork, or don't wear your good shirts, you know, no much less a Brooks Brothers shirt. Don't ever try to get that. Just don't even risk it. Get yourself a bib, or just take it off, you know what I mean, and just eat this thing, you know what I mean. And but it was a really good pizza, all white cheese. Everything's been hand cut in the back. Now they have an electric pizza oven. It's basically a pizza in the bottom or a pizza in the top. You can only cook 2 at a time. And this thing kind of makes it like a real good pizza oven, but it's electric. It's so cool, you know what I mean? So they have the best, not only bar and grill pizza, they also have the best value as far as if you want to take the amount of weight you're getting by the dollar amount you spend. You know what I mean? It's going to give you a value estimate, and that's going to be a really good number if you're looking for how much can I get for how much pizza can I get for how much money. So anyway, that's the Cowpen. Now, I've also got the best birthday party place pizza, all right? So this one was pretty easy because it has to go the Halftime Grill. I mean, they got a place in the back where they've you can have all these like a bowling party, you know what I mean, all that sort of thing. Or kids, they've got these little rollers, as you can see behind me here. And it is 2 sizes. You can have a really small kid, like maybe 3, push a ball off, and they got gutter guards. It ain't the big goofy tubes that we used to have. It's these really cool slick gutter guards now, and that'll keep you from at least throwing in the gutter. I'm not going to say it hits the pins every time, but at least the first roll it will. But anyway, you can kind of aim it, and they can have a good time. Just a good birthday party there at Halftime Grill. Well, this is at the Kingpin Lanes, you know what I mean. This Halftime Grill is inside Kingpin Lanes. Of course, at the front end is Striker's Steakhouse. So if you ever go in there. So that's what we would call the best party place pizza. And they've got a hybrid thing too. They've got a crust that they build on the top of, and some of them are kind of funsy kind of pizzas. Some of them are kind of the typical cheese and pepperoni. Anyway, you get a pizza there. So let's skip down from birthday party place to and I know this is kind of fun. I made this up, all right? This is just me talking. Made this all up. The best something different pizza, all right? A lot of times we go to these places where it was like, I don't know if I want to say, you know, I wish I had a different kind of pizza experience. And what we found was our favorite pizza that's kind of not like the rest of them, and that was over at the Society American Nosherie. And anyway, he had a really neat looking pizza that was cut up and had, I don't know what, it was like an assortment of stuff that we just, when we looked through the menu, was like, oh yeah, let's try this one, you know, and that's something different. And we was like, whoa, okay, that's something different pizza. And we think the best one of that is right here at Society American Nosherie. As like I say, I'm speeding down through here. in our list. Now, this is one that's kind of all right. Now I'm 46 years old as at the time I'm doing this. Back in the day, in the 80s, if you won something, you won a ball tournament, you played travel ball or something, and you won and your coaches wanted to take you somewhere special, they looked for a Pizza Hut. Oh man, back in the day, the Pizza Hut in the 80s and maybe the first part of the 90s was the bomb. It was just great. I don't know what they did different, but for some reason, it was just more special. I don't know. Now I know you're going to say I'm just a shill for the Pizza Hut because I picked it as the top. If you don't believe me, go try these yourself. You might be able to find this out. If you're anywhere close to my age, you remember this. Anyway, so that Pizza Hut pizza was just great. I don't know. But through the years, things just changed and they don't really, maybe it's me, I don't know. And I wanted this, what I called the iconic pizza experiment. You know what I mean? This just, how do I get that back? And that, there's only one place in the running for this, and it's just great how much you can just bite into this pizza and it's like your childhood come back. And that is Carter's Little House. They win our best iconic Supreme pizza. When you get a Supreme here, you'll bite it and it's like, oh man, it will come back to you. I promise. It's just, oh, it's so good. They have other pizzas. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I think her specialty pizzas are actually more, I guess, more ordered. You know what I mean? They're more famous, more known. But her Supreme is just great. Now she orders these dough flats. They're not frozen or something, but they come in and they're almost the same size as the pan because it's like a pizza pan. And anyway, she kind of has to roll these into the edges and then builds, all this stuff on top of it to make these pizzas. So whenever you, and she has a conveyor method, okay, the same method that some of these other ones have, but she puts the pizza in the conveyor, and of course it's geared to when it comes out the other end, it's cooked through. It's got two eating elements above and below, and it cooks these kind of thicker pizzas. I guess it could also win for the thicker pizza that's also iconic like that. So if you want a thick pizza that tastes like the old school Pizza Hut pizzas, right here, Carter's Little House. Anyway, so let's skip on down because I want to make this a little faster than the other videos. Best variety of pizza, and you already know the answer to this. It's the Pie Factory. You know what I mean? Right here in downtown Lawrenceburg, right here on the square, brand new place. Came up, you know what I mean? And it's built for speed. It's a pizza dedicated restaurant. I mean, everything in here is basically pizza or pizza adjacent. Things like wings and salads and stuff that you can kind of find in a good pizza place. They have, oh man, I don't even know how many pizzas they have. Like, I know when you look in the back, you'll see these row of like 10 pizzas, and then there's like something else, and then there's like 10 more, and then you look at the menu, and there's stuff that's not even up on the wall. There's like a barbecue pizza and like a buffalo pizza and all that sort of thing. Now, we do have to give kind of a shout out to a few pizzas that they have. And it's because they don't really have anything like these pizzas. And one of them I have to mention because it's probably one of my favorites in that store is the sink pizza. It's basically everything but the kitchen sink. And it has just loads of toppings and different cheese. It's got several different kinds of meat, you know what I mean, that's on it. And it's just a great pizza. It's a big one. Now, it is the most expensive pizza in Lawrence County, okay? It's by the time you add tax, it's nearly like $40, all right? I have no idea from the time I'm doing this what the current rate is on that particular pizza. Another really neat pizza that they have is called a s'mores pizza. And it's just what you think about. It has the, what is those called? Marshmallows and chocolate. And it's like graham crackery type crust. And it comes out and it's like it was a s'mores pizza. Now, they do also have kind of your classic pizzas. If you're a classic person, I get that, all right? So the most amount of variety that you're going to get is going to be at the Pie Factory. Also, they're the least likely to get backed up, all right? They make their own dough. They have this big stack of launchers, that they build these pizzas on. They'll just be sitting out and just waiting on the guy or girl that can come in there and these pizza ovens. There's like several of them. They're really deep, so they can put several pizzas in here, and it's just constantly opening and shoveling them in, and they know exactly what time to get them out, and they flip them and all that stuff. I've never had a bad pizza at the Pie Factory. However, it is, because of its gas oven, because it's, like I say, made for speed, it doesn't have the same, in my opinion, quality as like a brick oven pizza. It's going to give you a little clue for what's coming up. Anyway, but before we get there, the best pizza, okay, this place, actually, it won for 2 categories, all right? The best pizza for kids and the most amount of toppings, like the most super supreme. And that has to go to Debo's, right off the square. Just if you go kind of further up, get on Depot Street. Depot Debo, if you think about it like that. Depot Debo. Debo's Pizza, she makes everything right there. Now let's start with the toppings first. She has a 21 topping pizza. Not 21 individuals, but 21. Okay, she has picture this big bar thing set up, because she makes a lot of other stuff too. But because it's Debo's Pizza, she is also a pizza dedicated restaurant. But 21 times she goes from here to here, from here to here, dumping just like spinach and just, different kind. There's like 3 or 4 different kinds of cheese in it. I'm forgetting now. I didn't write that down, or else I'd be talking about it more like I did over on the Amish of Etheridge pizza video. So anyway, this is going to also step into why it's the best kids pizza place too. Now, you don't have to get them a 21 topping pizza. They're probably not going to appreciate it, all right? So you're going to do like a pepperoni and cheese and something sort of similar. The base that she puts on between the meats and cheeses and the crust, this layer of sauce, typically becomes a little sweeter. It seems like she makes it with maybe a little bit more sugar or something that pulls maybe more sweetness from the tomato. I'm not sure. She didn't call me and say, "Dear Mike, I'm going to tell you my secret right now about what." She didn't do that, all right? She told me what she was putting on it in the videos, you could tell. And that was it. She doesn't share anything else with me. But also, because it's an oval pizza, because she has a conveyor that can only fit one pizza through it, it comes out kind of oval, which means if you've got an oval and you cut it down the middle and then you start making pizzas, slices, they're not rectangle, all right? And because they're not rectangle, picture a kid's hand. You don't have that triangle droop. Have you ever seen a kid eat, like by trying to let the thing, and then the cheese comes off, and then they start, crying. So that's what we're trying to prevent. So having that sweeter sauce, that nice good dough, that square piece, a kid can kind of put it up to their face, and you'll notice sometimes, and comment below if your kid does this, they'll start eating kind of like in a circle. They'll kind of circle this square as they go, which I think is hilarious. So they win 2 things. So good on you, Debo's. You know what I mean? For having such a good pizza. Now, this is going to get down to the final 2. All right. Now, if you fast forward to here, you little naughty people, now zip it back the other way and make sure you find out who won some of these other categories. Because that's very important. Because just because they're our best doesn't mean they're your best. However, I do say that you cannot outcook a wood-burning oven, all right? It's just, I'm sorry, it's just, I don't know what they do. It's just magic the way they come out. It's just airy and it poofs and it's got these little pockets. Oh, and the 2 places that do this is also have the best doughs. They come from Nashville. They're prepared in such a way that whenever they make a pizza, they have to throw it in the air and it aerates it. And all the things that go into what makes a great pizza is only done by 2 places here. And of course, I had a hard time delineating between the 2. Now, if you did watch the Amish of Etheridge video, you'll learn that I had to pick Hinie's Barbecue simply because if you were coming through just pretty much any time you're going to be here, 7 days a week, you could pretty much get pizza. On the other one, you can't. So in that video, I called them the best pizza place. Not because their pizza was better, because I can't tell. I mentioned this blindfold test, all right? If you blindfolded me and fed me pizza, would I be able to tell the difference? I don't know here, unless it was a sauce or something that I happened to just smell, you know what I mean? So in that video, I named Hinie's number 1 because it was more available. In this video, now this is where it's going to get complicated, all right? In this video, I'm calling Hinie's the best all around, all right? Because you can typically get a kid's pizza, just a plain cheese pizza. You can get a brisket pizza. You can get my favorite pizza, which happens to be what's called a bee sting pizza. It's not on the menu. It's a secret. So tell them if you want the bee sting pizza, you want what's on the secret menu. And then name me. Say, I'll seen it over there on Visit Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. So part of this bee sting pizza, now that's for the hot one. So if you've got any kind of stomach ailment, do not do it because it is a very spicy pizza that also comes with this hot honey drizzle. So if you're curious at all, I'm going to forewarn you. It'll light you up a little bit. All right. However, that's for the best all around. And if you're going to push me, they're number 2, because there is a number 1, and that's the Noble Fox. The Noble Fox, in my opinion, because they have this really old fire oven that's really big, got the nice big dome, which makes the air circulate and everything just work magic. He also has a really good dough that he gets specialty blended, and it's just good. He has a lot of pizzas that are more specialty, okay? So that means you're gonna love one and almost hate the other sometimes. I'm just saying it. So he is the best specialty pizza, and in our opinion, it looks like, and it's not just mine, from what I said in the very beginning, that there was a lot of threads about who makes the best pizza in Lawrence County, and the Noble Fox would be picked more times than anybody else when it comes to the best pizzas in that category. So I'm going to give it to Noble Fox. Best pizza in the Lawrence County area. Now, what do you do with this information? For one, I would love for you to go prove me wrong and go find you a pizza, you know what I mean, and say, this is the best pizza. And so for some people, they said the box pizzas that you can get at Kroger and Walmart. All right, I get that. And I know that some of this is expensive. And that's understandable, all right? Right now, I think we're going through a lot of stuff. And the economy, none of that's my fault or anything that we could have done to help. But if you can kind of cut back in maybe some other areas, you can afford to get pizzas. And anytime you go out, you know what I mean, try to find some of these and just see if you agree. If you've got some friends, hey, even better. Let them order one pizza, you know, of one store here, and then you get your pizza, and then just pick them up, one in each hand, you know what I mean, and just check it out. You know what I mean? It only takes like 4 or 6 friends, and you can eliminate 2 pizzas. It's just total. I can just about eat a whole pizza myself, but I'm a chubby boy. Anyway, so try to do that. Try to show some of the pizza places some love. You know what I mean? Get a bunch of them. Look behind me. If any of that stuff even looks tempting, go in there and check them out. Anyway, I want this to be a short video, but this is what we're calling the pizzas places in Lawrence County and where they fall. Anyway, this has been Mike of the Visit Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I hope to see you guys in another video. And you can do that by going down, just right down here, clicking on our name. It'll go to the video or go to the video section after that. Hit that video and see if there's any other videos just like this one, because we did ribs, we did steaks, we were in the process of doing a bunch of them. It gets really expensive, so if you are a restaurant owner, could you please let us eat for free? Because I didn't tell anybody I was coming. I just showed up. I bought it with all my money. And just to see, you know, for the curiosity's sake, what they had. Anyway, so this is behind me. What you've been seeing is what actually, you know, came to our house, or we went and got it, brought it back, or we ate it right there in the store. So my intention with all this is to let you guys see what came to us and make your minds up on it. But I would really love for you guys to go out and try it for yourself, because what are we but our stories, right? You know what I mean? So let's get out there and just try some stuff. Make this day the best day we can. Anyway, I hope to see you guys in another one of these videos that you find down there. And if you click on one, I hope to see you in, well, that video. Anyway, this has been Mike, and I'll see you, hopefully, in that other video. Bye-bye.